Good day, good day, good day, good day, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to our special full moon meditation. Our full moon meditation. This is our full moon meditation for March. So, welcome. In preparation, please have something to write with and something to write on. So you want two pieces of paper. One could be just a piece of paper that you're going to discard, and the other could be in your journal or just a page a paper for us to do some inspirational journaling. So I will guide you through our full moon meditation. If you're joining for the first time, it's all good. I will guide you through each step. So, first, have something to write, a pen. Second, be in a space where you won't be disturbed, or let the people in your household, if you're with folks, let them know that you are taking time for yourself. And this is your time to go within, to ground, to meditate, to explore, to connect. This is your self care time, if you can look at it that way. So, I haven't seen the moon yet. It's been raining where I am. So, say cool, I haven't seen the moon yet, but I've heard reports of the moon being spectacular. And it's spectacular because it's a special moon. Today we had a total lunar eclipse. So let me get into sharing some aspect of the energy of this full moon. And if you were up early like Shay, you may have had the opportunity to see the total lunar eclipse. So this March full moon is in the sign of Virgo. It is a total lunar eclipse. This full moon reached its peak, meaning 100% illumination at 6:38 a.m. this morning, Eastern Time. And this full moon is also known as the blood moon, the worm moon, and mainly because that's marking the time when the ground begins to thaw and the earthworms start to reappear. And that's a signal that spring is coming, right? And the renewal of life. So I know I am ready for some spring, especially after the blizzard we had in New York. Some cultures also refer to this moon as the crow moon, the sap moon, the sugar moon, and the Lenten moon, reflecting the seasonal changes such as the return of the crows, the flowing of the maple sap from the maple trees, and the spiritual reflection associated with the Lenten season. So Shay just sent me a picture of the full moon. So let me take a look at it. Oh, wow, Shay, that's extraordinary. So hopefully between tomorrow and the next day, because it will still appear full to us, I will get a chance to see the full moon. It's just way too cloudy here to see it. So thank you, Shay, for sharing the moon in Colorado. So this year's full moon is significant, as I said, because it coincides with a total lunar eclipse when the moon turns a deep reddish color as the earth passes between the sun and the moon. So that's why they call it the blood moon, because it has a reddish appearance to it. The eclipse happened the totality of the eclipse happened at 6:04 a.m. Eastern Time, and it lasted for about 82 minutes. And this marked a particularly powerful and visually striking lunar event. I missed it. I was up, but I didn't look outside. So, in general, when we talk about the full moon, the energy of the full moon, it's an auspicious time to reflect on what has and what hasn't been working in our lives and to consciously release what no longer serves us. So we will be doing some releasing this evening. Now, when you pair a full moon with a lunar eclipse, this energy becomes even more potent, more powerful, and it acts as a cosmic reset point. And it reveals what is complete, what is being transformed, or what is ready to be moved into a new direction. The eclipse energy can illuminate hidden patterns, emotions, or insights that have been building beneath the surface. So, this is a time to pause, to observe, and to allow clarity to arise rather than forcing immediate action. And there's another energy that's present that also supports that I'll speak to in a moment. The blood moon symbolizes transformation, revelation, release, and spiritual recalibration. It invites us to trust the cycles of endings and beginnings, recognizing that what falls away is making space for something more aligned with our growth and our purpose. So, this full moon is in the sign of Virgo, and the Virgo influence with this full moon has the energy of groundedness, analytical. Who has a Virgo friend? Oh my goodness, my Virgo friends are so analytical. And it's the healing energy of the Virgo as well. The Virgo energy is associated with health, organization, service, refinement, and the practical details of daily life. Under the Virgo's influence, attention turns to habits, routines, and systems that support our physical, emotional, and spiritual well being. Virgo energy encourages, you're going to love this, Shay, decluttering. This energy encourages decluttering, purification, and bringing order to what feels chaotic or overwhelming. The full moon may highlight areas where greater balance, discipline, or self care are needed. Virgo's practical wisdom reminds us that transformation often begins with small, intentional steps. You know, I love small, intentional steps because practice makes progress, right? This energy invites us to refine our routines, prioritize wellness, and create structures that support our highest good. Virgo also carries the energy of sacred service, reminding us that caring for ourselves and tending to the details of our lives is a spiritual practice. So we use this full moon energy to release unhealthy habits, clear physical or emotional clutter, and recommit to practices that support healing and wholeness. Ultimately, the Virgo moon reminds us that clarity, order, and mindful care creates the foundation of a life that flows with greater ease, purpose, and alignment. So, when I mentioned that the energy is more aligned with slowing down, taking a pause, not with a lot of activity, that is also in alignment with the Mercury retrograde. We are currently in a Mercury retrograde that started February 26th. It ends on March 20th. And the signs that are heavily affected by the Mercury retrograde are Geminis and Virgos. And that is because Gemini and Virgos are Mercury's ruling signs. So retrogrades create a significant internal and external shift affecting communication, technology, travel, thinking, and daily routines. It's a time to slow down, to double check, triple check details. It's a time for reflection and preparation. So that is the information for the full moon in the sign of Virgo during a total lunar eclipse. All right, all right. So I just realized I don't have my inspirational reading with me. So we're going to move on because it's upstairs and I'm not running upstairs to get it. So I usually do inspirational reading. So I'll share a little story. So this this story is from inspirational reading that I did the other day. It was from Reverend Ike's book that is a 52-week process, and he tells this story in the chapter about deciding, defining, and declaring what you desire. And in this section of the book, he talks about being in the elevator. That one time he was in the elevator and he realized after a couple of moments that the elevator wasn't moving. And the reason why the elevator didn't move was because he hadn't pushed the button. So he's on the elevator, expecting the elevator to take him somewhere, but he didn't push the button. And so if you don't push the button, he said, you're not going to go anywhere. So if you don't define, declare, and if you don't decide, declare, and and define what it is that you desire, then you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to get it because you have to decide, you have to define it, you have to declare it, and I would add, you have to demand it, right? Because the universe is awaiting our order. So let that serve as our inspirational reading today. All right, so we're going to shift into our time for meditation and inspirational journaling. So have those two papers handy along with something to write with, and just prepare yourself by being comfortable. If you're sitting, please have your feet on the floor just to ground yourself. If you're lying down, that's fine as well. And just settle in. And a wonderful way to settle in is through our breath. So let's start by taking a couple of deep breaths. If you like, you can close your eyes and we breathe. And let's take another breath. And on this next breath, when you exhale, just release with a sound, just letting the day go. So we take a deep breath in and we let it go. And just gently breathe, just your regular gentle breath. And just tune into your body for a moment. Just allow your shoulders to soften, unclench your jaw if it's tight, and just let your breath settle into its natural rhythm as your body settles into this here moment. Just gently scan, checking in, tuning into any tension, and allowing the breath to release any tightness, any place that feels constricted. Just be easy with your body, and we breathe. And now, with your eyes closed, we're going to tap into our imagination. And we're going to imagine the luminous, bright March full blood moon. Imagine it just rising in the early morning sky. Its light glowing softly through the shadow of a total lunar eclipse. Its deep red hue reflecting transformation and renewal. So just see that bright reddish moon is full, it's illuminating, and it's rising in the early morning sky. This moon carries the energy of revelation and refinement. It shines not to overwhelm, but to illuminate what is ready to be cleared and what we are willing to release. And in this releasing, we invite back in harmony. And so we breathe and we feel the steady light of the full moon resting upon our mind, our body, and our spirit. And so we bring our awareness to anything in your life that feels cluttered, that feels heavy, or feels out of alignment. So just bring that to mind, whatever it may be that feels cluttered, heavy, or out of alignment. Perhaps it's a habit that no longer supports your well being, maybe a pattern of overthinking or self criticism. Maybe it's obligations that drain your energy. Maybe it's people who drain your energy. Maybe it's a belief that says you must carry more than your share. Whatever it is that feels like clutter, that feels heavy, or feels out of alignment, bring it to the moon. Allow the moon's light to dissolve it. This full moon invites sacred housekeeping. And so, with each inhale, imagine placing these energies that feel cluttered, that feel heavy, that feel out of alignment. Bring these energies into the moonlight and see them dissolving gently into the eclipse shadow, transformed and released with ease. There's nothing to force, there's nothing to push. We just simply allow them to be cleared. And so we pause here just to write whatever came up for us that feels cluttered, heavy, or out of alignment. We physically write it down so that we symbolically get it out of our bodies. There's something about writing things down that is very powerful. So we'll take a pause here so that you can write it down. And we're just writing simply what it is, not the story. So it's just a sentence or even maybe just a word or two. So write that on the piece of paper that you're going to discard. And so we'll take a moment to do that. Wonderful. So let's take a breath and just silently affirm in this releasing. I release what no longer supports my health, balance, and peace. Just quietly say that to yourself. I release what no longer supports my health, balance, and peace. And take a breath. Silently affirm, I clear away mental, emotional, and physical clutter. Just gently remind yourself that you are clearing away mental, emotional, and physical clutter. And take a breath. And finally, affirm to yourself, I welcome clarity, simplicity, and sacred order. Just affirm that. I welcome clarity, simplicity, and sacred order. And we take a breath and just allow yourself to feel the spaciousness that you have created within yourself. And take a breath. And close your eyes again if they're not closed. And bring your imagination to a soft emerald green light glowing at your center. And this energy, this emerald green light, is the energy of healing, renewal, and alignment. So just feel that emerald green light just radiating all around you, washing over you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. This is the Virgo frequency within you, the wisdom that knows how to restore harmony and wholeness, the energy that knows how to align with harmony and wholeness within you. And so, with every breath, see this healing light expanding, bringing calm to your mind, balance to your body, and clarity to your path forward. And take a breath, just allowing that green, emerald green energy to flow all over you. And so, in this space, we'll do some inspirational journaling guided by these questions. What practice or habit would support my well being now? What practice or habit would support my well being now? Another question. Where is Spirit inviting me to simplify my life? Where is Spirit inviting me to simplify my life? And the last question. What small loving action will bring greater harmony to my days? So we know that the answer is within. It's whatever rises to the surface. And so the questions are on the screen, and you could just pick one. You don't have to answer all three, whichever one is calling to you. What practice or habit would support my well being now? Where is Spirit inviting me to simplify my life? What small loving action will bring greater harmony to my days? And we'll take a couple of moments to journal. And I would invite you to just start writing and see what comes up. It might be colors or an image or feelings. It might just be a quiet knowing whispering to you. But in whatever way spirit speaks through you is the way that spirit speaks through you, and it is perfect. So just tune in to what is seeking to be revealed to you now. And we'll take another minute. And we can pause there. So just take a pause and just know and trust that whatever is remaining will remain, and you can complete the writing this evening before you go to bed. So let's take one more deep breath in and just feel the clarity of release and the gentle restoration of balance and harmony. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. And now just imagine the full moon and the eclipse blessing your path forward, reminding you that transformation often begins with the simple act of clearing space. And so space has been cleared. We declare and we affirm that right here and right now. The path ahead is lighter now. And so let's seal this with an affirmative prayer. There is one life, one presence, one perfect intelligence expressing everywhere. This infinite presence is harmony itself, balance itself, wholeness itself. And so I know that the same divine order lives and breathes within me now. The wisdom of spirit is guided and guiding every aspect of my life with clarity and grace. In this sacred moment, I allow what is complete to be released with ease. Anything that no longer serves my well being, my peace, or my purpose gently falls away. Divine intelligence now restores peace in my mind, harmony in my body, and clarity in my path. And as I know this for myself, I know this for each one present, that our lives are aligned with healthy rhythms, supportive habits, and inspired action, that we trust the quiet wisdom within us, that we trust the unfolding of divine right order. And so, with gratitude for this moment of renewal, refinement, and transformation, I accept this good as already active in my life. I accept this good as already active in your life, and I release it into the law of love, knowing it is done. And we can say together, Ashe, and so it is. Beautiful, beautiful. So we take a deep breath. If your eyes aren't open, you can open them now. And so before we close, I just want to remind you that this practice that we did tonight, this process of releasing, refining, and realigning your life is not something that you have to do alone. I am a spiritual life coach, and it's part of my calling, my purpose to support people in bringing these spiritual insights into everyday life. So sometimes we know what we want to release, sometimes we even know what we want to create, but having support and spiritual tools and loving accountability can make the journey clearer and more ease. So, my work as a spiritual life coach is to support you in reconnecting with your truth, clarifying your next aligned steps, and creating practices that help you live fully in your yes. Transformation happens when we begin to live it, practice it, and integrate it into our daily lives. So if something stirred within you tonight, if spirit is whispering that it may be time to do more releasing of old patterns, old habits, old thinking, to refine something in your life, clear space, or step into the next chapter, I will be honored to support you because clarity matters, your healing matters, and your joy matters. So you can send me an email at iamrevmelissa at gmail.com and we can set up a free 20-minute discovery conversation and explore what support might look like for you. So respond by sending me an email at iamrevmelissa at gmail.com without further delay, right? You are willing, you are ready, and I am here to support you. So please join me Monday through Fridays for Morning Sip with Rev Melissa, right where you're tuning in now. I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel at I Am Rev Melissa because I will be doing more and more um, stuff via YouTube. So please follow me there on YouTube as well. And thank you. Thank you, Sekou Ashe to you. Thank you, Shay, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to those of you who are watching the replay. I appreciate you as well. So peace and blessings. I'll see you all tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. for Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes.